everyone, it's Lisa here, and I'm here today to share with you the March Clique kit. I literally just finished using the kit, and I have very little left. So the kit came with all of this stuff. I will make sure I put a link for the actual whole reveal of the kit. And you can see what all is in it. But this whole little tray, this is all I have left. I have enough scrap paper in here to probably do, you know, kind of a base layer for a layout, but I don't have anything left. Nothing. No alphas, no nothing left. The only thing I think I have left for stickers or anything is these Cosmo Cricket letters, which honestly, I don't have a problem hoarding. As for anything else, I'm just going to see if I can find... these are the last of the enamel dots, so not very many left. I have half a doily, and let's see, a little bit more sequins, but those will probably just go in my stash. I don't have a problem with that stuff. There was also some printables. I didn't do the die cuts because honestly I didn't want to pull up my Cricut, but I did use the printables, and that's it. There's some black cardstock in here that I used for another layout, but for the most part, that's it. This is all I have left. This is the biggest sheet of paper, which I'd say is, you know, maybe like a 4x8. So I think I can consider this kit relatively killed. I did get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layouts made with it. So I'm just gonna move this stuff out of the way. This was the very first layout I made using the kit, and again, everything is from the kit unless I tell you otherwise, but for the most part everything is from the kit. I got a heck from Sandra because I used the back side and not this side of the paper, so but I do like this layout, and I did some stitching on it. I should mention that there is no process videos for any of these layouts. I just wanted to just get it done, and I apologize that there is no videos, but I have the March hip kit to do as well as the February Studio Calico one, and I know I have the April Clique kit one coming, so I'm trying to like not really hurry through them, but just try to get them done. So and let's face it, my battery in my camera isn't the greatest, so I'm hoping when I get my webcam that I can just do it and then I can import right to my computer. That's a long story short. So anyway, this one is using everything from the kit. Again, there's like this, actually I used an Instax picture, and I know it's really dark and it's hard to see, but that's a picture of me and Wade. And I used some printables from the kit, a lot of the door pattern paper, which was really fun to use. I thought it was going to be really hard, but actually I could really use another piece of that paper. I really like it. And I used these alphas, and I actually stitched across them with my sewing machine, which was honestly a little scary, but it does work, so you just got to be kind of patient. There's a couple times where I was like worried I was gonna pop the needle out, but it didn't break. And then I just added some India ink and then scattered some of those enamel dots around. There's that wood veneer piece, so really like that. I used watercolors, I should mention, to color in these doors, and the watercolor set that I used was just this cheap one. So this one is, I really love this paper. It was really hard to cover up, so I feel bad that I covered it up, but on the same token, you know, I want to use the kit up. I don't really want to hoard too much of anything. So it's like this really pretty tulip paper down here, and these cranes were actually on a 3x4 card, and I cut them out. This was a card that came in the kit as well. And then there's like a flare badge that kind of came in the kit. And this is all about peonies. I love peonies. They smell so good. And I did a lot of my spring kind of summer-esque pictures. This collection was really soft and at times and really bright at times. And I felt it went really well for spring and summer pictures. So a lot of these pictures are from last year. And I used that acetate polka dot stuff that came in the kit And yeah, everything is from the kit with this one. Even this glassine bag is from the kit as well. This is another one using pretty much everything from the kit. Like these are printables. This is a ticket that came in the kit. And what I did is I actually used some gelatos right here. This is the margarita mix gelato, if you can see that. I don't know if it'll even focus. There we go. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, it's called margarita mix. And I think it's in the tropical one. And then this was supposed to be gelato too. However, it didn't work out that well. So I opened the bottle of, I think it's Broken China. Yeah, it's Broken China Distress Paint, and it spilled all over the page. So I just blended it out, and actually it goes really well. So call it a happy accident, if you will. I used the alphas to write out the word "the dress." And then I just took a whole bunch of those and I just put that there, and it just like kind of a message to Natasha, you know, say follow your heart, believe in yourself, don't forget to be awesome, take time to be wonderful, listen to your heart, you know, just kind of like stuff like that. And then I wrote about this dress. This is a dress that my daughter was trying on for her grade 9 grad. And as beautiful as it was on her, there was no way I was paying $500 for a grade 9 grad dress. $500, yes, for a grade 12 dress, but not for a grade 9 grad dress. So anyway, I just wrote about how it was the dress that never happened, but you know, I was glad I snapped a picture of it because it was just beautiful on her. So so yeah, it just again scattered some of the sparkle enamel dots all over the place, doily, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. I've been doing this a lot lately and I really like it. This is just outlining and then just doing some doodled scallops in, and I just like how it just adds that fun little look to the page. So I started doing it on this one and then I continued on. It's again just around this little acetate piece, and then I just did those scallops. Instead of doing them on the inside of the thing, I did it on the outside, if that makes sense. So this is a picture of me and the kids playing Risk outside. For some reason, my son likes to play Risk, and it's a game that takes like a long time to play, and it's usually about 3 hours, and for some reason we always find like the hottest day ever in the history of the summer, and we usually sit outside and we sweat to death, but we don't want to like pack it up and move because it's hard to move. So yeah, we seem to do that. So this paper is again that door paper, and I watercolored it again using that same stamp or that same watercolor set. I used these alphas to write a really fun title, Risky Business. I just did it really fun and tried to use up some of the alphas. Some quick little journaling, a card that came in the kit, as well as this little flare, and very simple. And this one didn't take long at all, but as you can see, like there's not really much to it. So, but I really like doing this. This is my thing lately, is just adding that scallop around stuff. And then I started doing it here. This page I love. I think this is my favorite page that I've done so far. Now, it was a little bit complicated because I wasn't sure if it was going to even turn out, and I kind of wish I did videotape this one. So what I did, if you can follow along with me, is I actually took, these are acetate pieces that came in the collection. I pencil marked where I wanted them to sit, and then I just cut inside where they were so that I had like a little lip to stick these down onto. So I did it for this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. So if it's a 4x6, I roughly cut it, you know, say like 3 3/4 by, you know, 4 3/4, or if it's a 4x6, it would be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, if that makes sense. Roughly ish. So I used the pencil guidelines to just kind of make sure I was inside the lines. And then I stuck them down and I backed them with, when I stuck them down, I made sure that they were facing out, if that makes sense. So rather than pasting them over top. They're actually between this layer and this layer, if that makes sense. So they're sandwiched between. And then I picked some pattern paper from the collection, and I just started, you know, backing it with that. And then I wanted to add some of these sequins. If you can see, they're in there. So I added sequins to this little pocket. And actually what I did is I backed this, left a little gap in here, and then I poured the sequins in and then glued it in with some glossy accents. And they're staying in there just fine. So I thought that was really fun. And then I just did white lines around all of it. I'm going to try and find the pen that I used. This is a Jelly Roll pen, and excuse the paint on it because it is really well loved. And I don't know if I can focus on this because it doesn't seem to want to focus on anything today. If you can see that. There, you can see it says Jelly Roll, I think. And it writes really, really nice on black cardstock. Usually when I use the Uniball, I get like a line through it, but this doesn't leave a line. It's just really, really nice how the way it writes. So that's the one I use, so if you're wondering. And so I literally just, after I did that base part, I just started creating boxes with patterns. I took this wood veneer and I made a little box for it, and then I kind of like drew in like these little white lines, like a tag, but like almost like a heart. And then I did my little journal box out here, which is kind of like oblong. And then I did stitching lines, I did little swirly lines, I did little like dash lines, like a little scallop line, just a plain white line, and then kind of like this swirly swiggly line. And then I just went around the whole thing with white and then these little dots. And I really, really love this page. It's just really fun and very, very different. Not anything like I've done before, but I totally would do this again. I have tons of transparencies in my stash that I would love to use. So that's, and then I just added layers. I should just mention that. I just added layers of embellishments all over. So nothing really particularly complicated about the layers. It's just how I sandwiched it in. If you can understand like how you do a sandwich, it's pretty easy to do. So I hope I explained it right. I really hope I did. It's hard to explain, especially because I didn't do a video, and I'm so sorry I didn't do a video. So this one is one I did today, and I love it. I love how soft it is. I did a grid design, and you're going to ask me how I got my grid so perfectly square. And where is, I have a little T-square ruler. I don't know where it went. If I can't find it, it's not a big deal. But basically all I did was I figured roughly-ish where I wanted it to go. And I just did this one first. So if my T-square ruler is, it would line up flat against this edge. And then I just made sure I put this one roughly-ish where I wanted, put it there, and then I lined it up here just to make sure that it was right. And then I just literally like left the gap and then just kind of placed these ones out. And then I placed these ones and then I placed these ones. So it was just kind of like, you know, doing it in stages. And then I just added some printables. These are printables that came from the kit that you get. You have to print them out yourself, I should say. And then just, I had to add my own thickers because I was running out of alphas at this point. So those are the only things that didn't come from the kit. And yeah, so then I just added some embellishments, some of the enamel dots, helter-skelter all over the place. And yeah, I like this one. And oh, and the watercolor I added in the background, and again, used the same watercolor set. And then I just drew in some stitch lines around it just to kind of frame it in. And then this one, I'm not too fond of. I mean, they all can't be winners, right? But I took all the leftover alphas and I used gel medium to stick them down. And I did watercolor over top of that just so that I could kind of get the watercolor to seep into all those little grooves. And it looks okay. It's not my favorite, but it is what it is. And then I just did some journaling here, added my own thickers here. And this is a picture of lightning that I caught last year, and It scared the poop out of me. I was trying to snap pictures. We had a very active thunderstorm that came through, and I was trying to snap pictures of it. And yeah, that one was a little too close for comfort. I was so scared. I ran to the house. But yeah, I could feel like the electricity coming up like this. I could feel my hair standing on end. It was pretty scary, actually. But yeah, so I thought it was fun to document that. So anyway, that is the last layout. So as for the kit on a whole, I really like the kit. I like the fact that they give you almost a whole collection. The only thing I feel it's missing is cardstock. I went through a lot of cardstock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pieces of cardstock. And that's mostly because I like to use pattern paper in the background. But you don't only get so many pieces of pattern paper in the collection, and I really wanted to, you know, stretch my kit off as long as I possibly could. So yeah, so I think if there was cardstock in there, or if there was even a cardstock add-on, that would be awesome. But I do really like the kit and the patterns that they select for the kit. I really like it, so I can't say that enough. I would say I would give this kit an 8 out of 10. Gold Lame's. I've been using Gold Lame lately. Actually, this is India ink. I've been using India ink, so let's say it's 8 out of 10 India ink. But yeah, it was really fun. I hope you enjoy. Make sure you check out Clique Kits. I will leave a link to their store below if you haven't already heard of them. And thanks everybody for watching, and stay tuned soon for the next kit review. All right.